looking at everything. So this is for my 240 class. So one of the things, human growth and development. So if you go into your essentials, so I'm hoping everybody's good. That's one of the big things I need to ask. So I'm hoping everybody's good. I hope everybody's their health is good. I'm hoping everything is good for every individual. But I know that within this unique time, again, you're also looking at stress management. You're looking at all the tools that every instructor within psychology has taught. And a lot of it, we're looking at stress management, we're looking at all these different elements. Um, a lot of times, family members are looking to you because one of the big things is you have the psychological knowledge, and now you're trying to look at how can I put this into practice. So, so one of the big things we're looking at, and I'm looking at, is your mental health in terms of these unique times. And as you're going forward, I want to make sure and encourage that each of you is um, moving forward in a positive direction. So as we're moving forward, I also want to make sure that in terms of your grades and everything else, you're still able to pass with a passing grade. And I think that's one of the big things. And as always, as I continue to teach about these courses, I try to encourage you to reach out. I know for some it can be a struggle to reach out, but if you're going into a psychology profession or if you're going to a counseling profession or a public health profession, uh, you're having to now reach out for yourself and everything else. And that's the reason why I try to encourage a lot of you to reach out in terms of the grades, in terms of assignments, in terms of all the different elements, so that you're able to implement that voice within yourself. But in addition to that, we'll delve right in. So we'll look at the essentials. So if you go into your tab on your Blackboard, you're going to go into the essentials portion. So click on that. And if you go all the way to the bottom, it has COVID-19 modifications. So click on that. As you click on that, it'll download, or it'll ask you to download the new syllabus. Again, there have been modifications, and it's not going to change dramatically. Because I think some students are looking at in terms of, why is this still there? Why is that still there? Again, I was only looking at the key elements in terms of evaluation and assessment. So again, you're looking at 590 points instead of 650. So the post-change out of class practice, you have the course discussion, which drops to 150 points. Tests and quizzes, 360 points. The paper's still there. That's the library paper. And I've been trying to urge each of you to take a gander at that. You have the syllabus. So if you are barely writing your paper, I'm looking at 5 pages, 5 references, and that's primarily your go-to. So again, it's been extended to, I believe it's still not extended, but it's still been in April 19th. So you still have time to start writing the paper. Don't wait too long. So within that, if you go and scroll down, there have been changes in terms of the weekly schedules for assignments. If you notice, it has a breakdown: spring break 1, spring break 2, no work, no work. So within that, you have week 11. So now we're looking at chapter 9, and then all the way down. So within that, you have what is considered bulk assignments. So if you go to your resources, scroll all the way down, you're going to have 2 different elements. So you're going to have the chapter 9 through 13 PowerPoints. That's all there for you to download. You're also going to have the bulk upload for the remainder of the semester. So you have week 9, and that has the article, discussion 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and that's all there. So if you go into your discussion portal, so click on your discussion board forum, and you're going to go down. So week 7, week 8, week 9, that's where you're going to start uploading. So you have discussion 9, discussion 10, and it still goes by an initial due date. But again, one of the big things is communication. I know that's one of the big things that we're always looking at. And I think most students have been able to still submit. And I haven't really knocked off any main points for late work and everything else. But I am looking at your references. I'm always looking at your references. I'm always looking at, do you have in-text citation? Do you have references at the end? Again, you have everything there now. So from week 11 all the way to 16, everything is going to be there. So within that, you just scroll all the way down. So 14, 15. Yes, so article selection, um, and that's one of the things I'm looking at is your article selection. And I know it's called article reflection, but within that, that's where you have a special question number 14, and then you have course reflection at the end. Course reflection is, again, you have all the due dates there, but I would encourage you to start uploading as soon as possible. You can start getting them done now. So click on that. You can start creating a thread, everything else, it's all there. You can start uploading it all the way up to the end. And again, one of the big things I try to encourage a lot of students is not to do what's called bulk uploading. So some students will wait till the end of the semester and upload all of their assignments. One, it's a disservice to you. It's also a disservice to me because one, when you do that, the expectation is that you're submitting all your work and everything else at the end. But the disservice is the fact that you're not able to implement everything that you've learned, and you're simply just trying to race through it and everything else, and you're not trying to process the information that you're trying to present. And within that, because of, and I've stressed that enough, I stressed that more than enough. There are 159 students that I'm looking at. And so within that, with you submitting a bulk assignment, initially it's a disservice to also them, because then I spend more time trying to grade this individual. And when that happens, the rest of the other students are initially put to the wayside. And I don't want to do that. Either that or I grade all their work and then I finally get to yours, and that's one of the big things I try to make sure that you're on this initial schedule so that you're all the way through. But again, I know hard times are happening right now, and I know all that. I know some do not have internet services. So within that, you also have your phone. So your phone is there. If you can get the unlimited data and everything else, and try to upload your assignments that way. I did open it up to attachments for all the assignments, I believe. So within that, you can just upload it as a Word document all the way through, all the way through. I'm not necessarily looking at you responding to anybody anymore. I'm primarily just looking at the fact that you are submitting the assignments. If you respond to somebody, great. If you don't, I'm not necessarily looking at that anymore. I'm simply looking at the fact that you're submitting work, your own original work, everything else. So that is the initial change. And the reason why I did the bulk uploading is so that you, as an individual, can have all the initial assignments, and all you have to do is just submit that. The tests and quizzes, again, that is forthcoming. So again, you're also going to have a quiz due April 5th. So I will upload that shortly, probably sometime this week, and it'll be available for you. So the best way I can express it is that you'll be given a paper, or not a paper, but you'll have the opportunity to download the quiz itself. It will be in a, how would you call it, a Word document. And so you're just going to go through and highlight whatever your answers are. So whenever you have a chance and you're on the internet, you would then just upload those answers. Again, it's kind of a testing phase, and I want to see how it works. If it does not work, then we're going to scrap that, and we're going to see how we can initially look at the different avenues. Again, I want you to know this information. That's what I'm looking at. That's the reason why you have the open book, the open notes, and everything else. I'm not necessarily trying to push you to the point where you don't know the information. I want you to know this information. That's the reason why I leave the open book, open notes. So as we're moving forward, I just want to extend the fact that I'm proud of all you guys. I'm proud of everything that you're doing. Again, one of the big things I'm always looking at is you staying safe. So as time progresses, we're also going to implement Zoom. So Zoom will be one of the big things that we'll be also looking at, and I will schedule meetings and everything else in terms of that. In addition to that, I will open it up to where you'll have Zoom timeframes. And one of the big things is with that, it allows you to chime in everything else and offer your perspective, and also things that you're concerned about as you're moving forward in this course. And I just want to consistently encourage the fact that you stay healthy. I know a lot of individuals went crazy hoarding paper towels, toilet paper, all these different elements. And so within that, I know one of the big things is, when I went to Bash's the other day, I noticed there was a ton of things for health food. I know this is completely off topic, but one of the big things I saw was health food and all those different items, things that can help your immune system we're not being taken advantage of. And I'm thinking that's there. So one of the big things is I want you to stay healthy. I want you to stay safe. And within that, I know these are unique times. And I think even as a counselor and even as a working within the different aspects of trauma and also stressful environments, I know sometimes it can feel overwhelming. But one of the big things is we want to try to remain consistent. I think that's one of the big things even from a counseling aspect. One of the big things you're always trying to do is create routines in your lives. And that's where you have a lot of these courses trying to implement a lot of that routines. And that's the reason why I have everything as transparent as possible, so that you're continually moving forward towards your goals of your degrees and everything else. But again, if you have any issues, just reach out to me. I am an email away, and I try to encourage every student to reach out. If you don't, again, say for example, even for your grades, if you're missing assignments, you see what exactly I see. So if you don't submit assignments, I'm pretty sure you can see the missing assignments as well. And I tried to express that to students. I've had some students that were upset about that. They were upset about this and this. And I said, you see exactly what I see. And if you see those missing assignments, I leave it on you. Why? Because you are an adult. And that's how I've always seen a lot of individuals in terms of this learning outlook. But again, if you have any issues, reach out to me. I'm only an email away. You should respond within 24 to 48 hours. And even within now, we're told, even from our outlook, that we're only supposed to do 20% on campus and 80% from home. So within that, that's one of the big things that we're always trying to look at. So as time progresses, one of the big things is I'll get an alert on my phone, and if I'm with family or if I'm doing other things and working on other projects, I will devote my time there, and then eventually get back to answering questions and everything else. So I think I've had some students who are like, respond to me ASAP. Bear in mind that I will respond to you in terms of how, when the time or when the individual has emailed me. If you email me at 5 or 6 in the evening and you're asking, respond to me ASAP, I will probably respond to you until the next day. So that's pretty much how I primarily work with it. But I will respond to you. And if I don't, follow up. If it's been 2, 3 weeks and I haven't responded to you, do a follow-up email and say, hey, what's happening? And within that, it'll allow me to see, okay, what is happening. So again, within that, I just want to encourage you to stay healthy. I want to encourage you to stay safe. Other than that, I know there are different aspects that are coming up, but again, we want to try to make sure that we're meeting you all the way through. If you have any questions about your grades, please email me. So hopefully everybody is staying safe. Be awesome, be amazing, and I'll talk to you guys later.